Hey everyone, so today I'm here making a video. It's kind of a fun video. I thought I'd make a video about my favorite rides at all the Disney parks, including Disneyland. Hang on, I'm out of focus. Okay, all my favorite rides at every park, including Disneyland, and the only park in America that I'm exempting is California Adventure because I've never been there. But for all the other parks, I have been there and I have a pretty solid opinion of what I think of each place and the rides and what they've got. So the only thing I'll mention right now, last time I saw the new Fantasyland was beginning of summer of 2012, so it's come quite a long way since I've seen it, and I haven't exactly gotten to experience like the Little Mermaid Voyage ride. I haven't seen like the Castle of Beauty and the Beast like done, like things like that. But ride wise, besides the Little Mermaid Voyage thing over in New Fantasyland, I've experienced pretty much everything else. So if that's one of your favorite rides, don't include that, like pretend you've never seen it. So shh. First park I'm going to start with is the smallest, and I'm going to start with Animal Kingdom. The best ride in that park that you just cannot skip over is Everest. That roller coaster is probably the only ride in the park that's like exhilarating. Like there are a lot of fun rides in Animal Kingdom, but I'd suggest Everest be like, if you can only ride one ride, that's the ride you've got to ride. I've had some interesting experiences on Everest. I'll probably insert the clip here after I'm done talking about the ride, but I broke down the first time I rode it and it was a very terrifying experience. But besides the occurrences of Everest breaking down, it's a pretty awesome ride. Okay, the next park I'm going to mention is Epcot, and I know there's going to be a lot of speculation about what's the best ride at Epcot, because in Future World there are not quite a bit, but a variety of very different kinds of rides. And in my opinion, if you're going to Epcot and you don't have a lot of time and you just want to ride one ride, you need to ride Soarin'. It is hands down my absolute favorite ride. I love it so much. When my family got to come see me in Disney World for like 2 days and we only had time to like squeeze in a little bit of the parks, we only went to Epcot for a little bit, and that's the one thing I wanted to make sure that they got to ride. Amazing. Which it's also at California Adventure from what I hear, but I wouldn't know. Next park I'm going to talk about is the park of all parks known for rides, and you guessed it, it's Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios has so many thriller rides. This is for like the adrenaline junkies, like this is where you go to get your ride on. First ride I want to mention is that my probably hands down favorite ride is Rock and Roller Coaster. I know there's big like Rock and Roller Coaster is better, Tower of Terror is better. I personally get more of an adrenaline pump rush from Rock and Roller Coaster. I think it is more exhilarating, more exciting. I don't know why, it just really gets me going and I want to ride it over and over and over again. So Rockin' is definitely the best roller coaster slash ride in Hollywood Studios in my opinion. Interesting ride, great ride that I think everyone should do at Hollywood Studios is Toy Story Mania. I know this ride is similar to the Buzz Lightyear ride at Magic Kingdom, but a difference between this ride and that ride is waiting in line for Toy Story Mania is like exciting. Like the way that you get to like see all of the toys and like I want to say animatronics, but like it's just an experience to stand in the line and kind of go through it, and I don't know. I just think it's interesting, and even if the wait is long, I suggest waiting in the line so you can see the neat like waiting area because it's very Toy Storied out. This part's not really a ride, but I always like to mention it for all the Walt Disney lovers like myself. I really recommend everyone walk through One Man's Dream. I know it's not a ride, but I always like to stress how amazing this little part of Hollywood Studios is that probably gets skipped over by a lot of people. But for those of you that just like love Walt and like pulls on your heart just thinking about him, I really always suggest One Man's Dream. Last ride I have for Hollywood Studios I've already mentioned is Tower of Terror. It is a thriller, it's exciting, it's fun. Yeah, I suggest Tower of Terror, but I still think Rockin's better. At Magic Kingdom, the three rides that, two to three rides that I really recommend, just my personal favorites there. The number one ride, which it's the same at both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom, so you could really, you know, either one, they're the same. I mean, they're a little different on the inside, but it's the same basic concept. It's Peter Pan's Flight. That is one of my all-time favorite rides, and I have no idea if it's just because I love the movie Peter Pan or what, but I really highly suggest Peter Pan's Flight. And also, if you're getting to the park early in the morning, I suggest that be your first ride you go to, because the line on that ride is always absolutely insane. And for good reason, because it's a great ride. Another ride that I absolutely love at Magic Kingdom is Haunted Mansion. It was recently updated a couple years ago at Magic Kingdom, and I think Disneyland too. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I think that Haunted Mansion is just a great experience, ride, enjoyment, and it's a great way to get out of the hot Florida sun when you're like sweating to death. The Haunted Mansion is like air conditioned and very nice and dark, so I think that's definitely like one of my favorite rides at Magic Kingdom. I love Space Mountain at Magic Kingdom, but I'm gonna say I like Space Mountain more at Disneyland. Only reason being is Disney at Magic Kingdom, it's like you sit by yourself in a single row, and at Disneyland you sit next to somebody, and I don't know why, but sitting next to somebody kind of puts me at ease. I don't know if that's just me or if any of you feel like that, but I definitely love Space Mountain at all parks. So at Disneyland, my favorite rides there, hands down, have got to be Indiana Jones. That ride's amazing, I love it. And then I'm about to run out of time on my camera, so I'm gonna go and wrap this up. Indiana Jones, Space Mountain, Matterhorn, and Teacups at Disneyland are hands down my absolute favorite, and I love them for good reason. I like the Teacups because they're outdoors and you can see the sky versus Walt Disney World. And I'm gonna go ahead and have to wrap this video up because I'm running out of camera space. I can see it flashing at me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and you maybe agree with some of my opinions on the rides. Leave your comments below of your favorite rides, and also any Disney related video requests below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Have a magical day!